Hi, everybody. It's Shonda Miles back here. Today, I just want to talk to you about the books that you might want to read. And so, I've been looking for books that I can read that will help me to become a millionaire. And there's a lot of different ones, right? There's books on change your mindset, your habits. So I'm just going to talk to you about. I'm just going to show you a few books that you might consider reading. And of course, if you're in my, if you decide to join my Millionaire book club, these are some of the books that we'll read, beginning the first week in January. So the first book is The $1,000,000 One Person Business. The $1,000,000 One Person Business. It says, make great money, work the way you like, have the life you want. Elaine Paulfelt. And it is The $1,000,000 One Person Business. So this will be one of the first books that we read. And so initially you want to, change your habits, change your mindset, change the way you do things, stop doing certain things, start doing certain things. And so this will be one of the first books that we read. And so the books are for a lot of different reasons, right? We'll use the books to help us with ideas. We'll use the books to help us change our routine, to change our habit, change the way we think about money, change the way we handle our money, change the way when we, looking to grow our opportunities or skills, these books will help us to change our mindset, to think about it like a millionaire would think about money. The second book is I Will Teach You to Be Rich. I Will Teach You to Be Rich. It's Raymond Seth. It's no guilt, no excuses, no BS, just a 6-week program that works. So we'll read I Will Teach You How to Be Rich. That'll be one of the in the first few weeks, or the first few weeks, we'll read this book. So I Will Teach You to Be Rich. The next one is Automatic Millionaire. This is David Bach. Automatic Millionaire, a powerful one-step plan to live and finish rich. And so the goal of reading these books is not just to become a millionaire, but in order to become a millionaire, you got to change the way you do things. Your lifestyle has to be different. And so even if we all don't make it to be millionaires by the end of the year, our lives will certainly be better. Our net worth will certainly be better. Our attitudes and our behaviors will certainly be better. And they'll be certainly leading us towards becoming a millionaire. The next one is Boss Moves. This is Myron Golden, Business Optimization, Success Secrets from a $1,000,000 Roundtable. So this is one of the ones we'll read. It says the faster you learn, the more you earn. And so we'll read that. The next one is 12 months to $1 million. And so this one is How to Pick a Winning Product, Build a Real Business, and Become a 7-Figure Entrepreneur, Ryan Daniel Morin. And so some of these books may not be for you. Maybe they're not, maybe you don't want to do an e-commerce. Maybe that's not something that you want to do. But the goal is to still read these books to help us with thinking more like a business owner, thinking more like a strategist, thinking more like a 7-figure, 8-figure, 9-figure strategist. So maybe you don't want to, do e-commerce, but there's still some great things that we all can learn from this particular book. And it's 1 week, right? It's 1 week we'll read that book. The next one is $1 Million Habits. Stellan Moran. It's 27 powerful habits to wire your mind for success, become truly happy, and achieve financial freedom. The next one is also about habits, Millionaire Success Habits. This is Dean Graciosa. This is A Gateway to Wealth and Prosperity. Millionaire Success Habits. The next one is the next one is Miracle Morning for Millionaires. Miracle Morning for Millionaires. What the Wealthy Do Before 8 a.m. that will make you rich. It's Hal Elroy and David Osborne. And of course, it says with Honorary Quarter. So Miracle Morning Millionaires. The next one is 9-Figure Mindset. 9-Figure Mindset, Brandon Dawson, How to Go from Zero to Over 1 million in Net Worth. So that will be one that we will read. The next one is Jim Rohn, 7 Strategies for Wealth and Happiness. 7 Strategies for Wealth and Happiness. Power Ideas from America's Foremost Business Philosopher. So that's Jim Rohn. We Should All Be Millionaires. We Should All Be Millionaires, Rachel Rogers, A Woman's Guide to Earning More, Building Wealth, and Gaining Economic Power. This will actually be the first one that we'll read, and that's Million Dollar Weekend. Million Dollar Weekend. It's Noah Kagan with Tal Rise. The surprisingly simple way to launch a 7-figure business in 48 hours. Secrets of a Millionaire Mind, T. Harv Eker. Secrets of a Millionaire Mind, T. Harv Eker. Mastering the Inner Game of Wealth. Mastering the Inner Game of Wealth. The next one is Millionaire Success. Oh, I have 2 of these, so disregard. Okay, this one is The Eventual Millionaire. The Eventual Millionaire. Jamie Tardy. The Eventual Millionaire. How anyone can be an entrepreneur and successfully grow their startup. The next one is Millionaire Success Habits. Brian Tracy. Millionaire Success Habits, Brian Tracy. Proven power practices to double and triple your income. So that's one of the first ones we'll read as well. Think and Grow Rich is the last one. Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill. Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill. It says Napoleon Hill compiled by Ross Cornell. The original version restored and revised, now fully annotated and indexed. So Napoleon Hill. So these are some of the first books that we'll read for how to become a millionaire, just millionaire habits, routines, ideas, things that we can test, experiment. But it's, really to change our thinking, our habits, our routines, the way we do things, so that we can make space to become a millionaire, so we can do things that millionaires do, so we can set ourselves up to be successful and to become millionaires. And so that's what these first few books are, for. If you're part of the Millionaire book club, then you'll go through these books with us. We'll talk about them every day. We'll have a deep dive discussion on Saturdays. But if you're not a part of the book club, you can, of course, read these books. You can, just buy them at your local bookstore or Amazon or wherever you buy books from, and you could just start reading them and start changing, just read and apply, and then, watch how your life will change, over the next year. But just make a commitment to spend time reading every single day. Maybe you have, an hour, 2 hours every single day that you read. And so the purpose is to read a book a week, and then every single day to have some things that you're going to apply. Maybe it's 1 or 2 things you're going to apply every single day, and you have it marked. I've started using 5x8 index cards, and as I go through the book, I'm making notes. And so maybe there's one thing out of a chapter, one thing out of every 2 or 3 chapters, one thing every single day that I read that I'm going to apply. So maybe that's something that you might implement. There's a lot of other ways, right? You can have a journal, your millionaire journal, and you can just every single day write down things that you're going to apply from that day's reading. I like what Jim Rohn said. Jim Rohn says that, we should keep track of things that are, worth remembering into a journal, so that we don't have, small pieces of paper or things that we're trying to, that's important to us, right? Things that we want to come back to over and over again, we should keep in a journal. And so, that's certainly something that you should do is buy a millionaire journal. You could just buy your favorite journal, label it as a millionaire journal, and then you can track your progress over the next year. You can write down your thoughts and ideas, your insights as you kind of go along this millionaire journey, things that you want to remember, things that are going to be important, things that you want to keep coming back to. You don't want to put on pieces of paper. But so just some things to be considered, some things to be thinking about. But these books are definitely worth reading, and I have them in categories. So this is the main category. This is probably one of the most important categories. Of course, we'll have other categories like business, sales, negotiation. There will be other things that we need to work on, money mindset. There will be a lot of other things that we want to work on. But these are some of the things that I think we should look at initially. This is kind of our first foundational, and we might mix it up some so that it's not so heavy. Right away we might just have one book on millionaire mindset or millionaire routine or millionaire habits, and then maybe the next week we'll read business, sales, sales, etc., and then come back around. But this is certainly something that you want to have in your arsenal if you're serious about becoming a millionaire. The important thing is not necessarily to read. Reading is important. Listening to the books on Audible is, of course, important. But you want to make sure that you're applying, that you're looking at this. How can I apply this to my life? What can I do immediately from the books that will help change my life? What do I need to do right now? So have time to read, but have time to implement as well. Implementing is going to be super, super important. And so I know this journey is a hard journey, doing something that you've never done, becoming somebody you've never become. So you've got to make space for it. So you got to have time, every day to work on it, not just, once a month that you're spending time. No, you got to be serious about it every single day. So you got to spend time reading, learning, and then you got to have time to action implementing. So just make sure you have time for both. And so however you decide to do that, but just make sure you do it every single day consistently, and you give yourself enough time every day for both, not just like an afterthought, but put it on your schedule that this is the time I'm going to read, this is the time I'm going to implement every single day, so that it is a priority on your schedule, and it's important. And you can look back in a year when you're making 6, 7 figures or 8 figures that you've given yourself time and space to do that.